Good morning, you guys. Thank you for tuning into the show. Today, we're going to be doing an interview on one of the coolest people, honestly, that I have ever met. Very interesting guy, very handsome. His name is Mr.Meeks, also known as Meeks or Meeks the Disciple. Super excited to have him on the show today. So, Braden, if you just want to tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself for the people who may not know who you are. What's up, man? I'm really flattered to be here, honestly. Thank you so much for having me. We just have a few questions for you. Just answer off the top of your head what you think, how you're feeling about it. What do you feel like your gift is that you have to bring to the world? My gift to the world. Interesting. I guess I would say that my gift to the world is it's funny, my mom has always said since I was little to be the sunshine, and so that's really, I feel like my gift is I have good communication skills, and I really would just like to inspire people to let their light shine and to be the truest version of themselves that they could possibly be. So yeah, I would say my gift is just inspiration, encouragement, motivation, that sort of thing. All right. What are your goals for this year and goals in general? And you have a YouTube channel, Meeks the Disciple. We were also wondering, what do you plan to do with that? What kind of videos you plan to make? And just what you planning this year as far as the channel goes? With the channel this year, I'd actually like to start doing more interviews like this. I think it would be cool to interview different skaters and see their perspectives. I definitely want to try to get to 10,000 followers on my Instagram. I think that'd be really cool, and hopefully there'd be some monetization opportunities so I can really make the best possible content for all of my fans. As far as this year goes, I mean, I've been on my grind. I'm gonna be honest. I don't do New Year's resolutions for real because I'm gonna be on the same BS, just killing it, being goaded, the usual thing. In all seriousness, though, I definitely want to get better at skating. I want to try to go on a lot of snowboarding trips, and my main goal is just to try to inspire as many people as I possibly can. I feel like, we only have one life, one opportunity, and I feel like the main thing that I'm called to do is just inspire people to be great and really just inspire the people to be themselves. So yeah, that's my main goals for this year. The channel, I just want to see it be as entertaining to as many people as possible. Hopefully they can learn something, get a little insight, and be a little inspired by the things that I have to say, and just get a deep dive into my life, see what it's like to be Meeks. That's the main goals that we have here. All right, Mr. Meeks, what's the best advice that you have ever received? The best advice I've ever received is, there's definitely a few different things, but since this is kind of just supposed to be off the top of a head type of interview, the first thing that I think of is, as a young kid, my dad used to always tell me to keep my head up, and I really have no idea what that meant until recently. I mean, he would tell me when I was younger, but it didn't really stick with me until I became an adult. But funny story about this, he said whenever, like in middle school, I got out of the car, I used to always immediately just be head down, headphones in, like bully blockers on, just walking, not looking at anybody, not smiling at anybody, not saying a word, just trying to lay low. And so what he means by keeping my head up is just to, like I said, with my gift is, to inspire people. So he was just saying, keep your head up, chin always up, looking to the future, not looking at the past, and just being encouraged by what the day may have to offer. Just keep your head up, simply put. I think that's probably the best advice I've ever received, that no matter what water you're in, you got to always stay afloat, got to stay above that water. A funny story about that actually is, like I was saying, when he dropped me off when I was in middle school, the very first day of middle school, or it was 8th grade, but I was going to a new school, so it was kind of like the first day. I was getting out of the car, and I shut the back door, and I slammed my head on the door, and it hurt so bad, but I wanted to be cool, so I was just trying to play it off, and I just, like he said I always did, slam my freaking head in the door, and then head down, just walking into class. That was not really the ideal start to the year, I'll tell you that. That does seem like some great advice. Interesting. So when and why did you start skateboarding? I actually started skateboarding when I was probably 5 years old, maybe, but I didn't really have, nobody in my family has ever skated. My dad was super kind to take me to lots of skate parks and stuff, but I never really had any friends that would push me or anybody to really teach me. So I started around 5, skated from about 5 to 12, and I would ride here and there in high school, but I pretty much quit around the age of 12, like going to skate parks and that kind of thing. And then I picked it back up actually during COVID when I was, I don't know, like between 20 or 22. I'm 26 now. And the reason that I did is actually a friend of mine was like, yo, we should start skating again. And I was like, I mean, I've always loved it. Might as well try it. And I mean, once I learned how to ollie, it was game over from there. And back then too, like skating will really change the way that you act, the way you live, the way you dress. Like back then, I was like your classic frat boy, like little part in the hair, like the swoop over. You know what I'm saying? Like you start skating, you stop getting haircuts, bro. I don't know what the correlation is, but yeah, I was wearing tight clothes, like. I don't know. I feel like skateboarding definitely made my style get better, but I don't really have like a deep reason that I started skating. Just my homie said we should start doing it again during COVID, and I fell in love with it again, just like I had when I was a little kid. Really started learning some tricks too. Like when I was younger, I never like I thought a kickflip was like a professional level type of thing. I never learned any tricks. I just learned how to ride a little bit. I go down some ramps and stuff. There's actually videos deep in YouTube of me like slamming super hard going down this big old ramp, and then this other skater cuts in front of me like this, leaves his board, jumps off the board. I hit his board and just slam, and you can see like I'm shaking my head like I got a concussion, but I'm not gonna lie, I was dragging it. It was not that bad, but looked pretty gnarly on the video. I might try to show y'all that in the future. Okay, cool, fascinating. So whenever you're not skateboarding, what do you usually find yourself doing? What's a day in the life of Meeks like? So whenever I'm not skating, I mean, you said kind of like a day in the life, so I guess we'll start with that. So day in the life is I usually don't get up super early. I get up around like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I do actually. I'm employed, by the way. Most people I feel like assume that skaters don't have jobs. I do have a job, so I'm actually a gymnastics coach. So if when I'm not skating, a big thing that I'm doing is just coaching gymnastics, teaching people, round offs, cartwheels, back handsprings, some running, tumbling, that kind of thing. And I really enjoy what I do for work. It's a lot of fun. I feel like I can. Encourage like students and really build something that's deeper than just learning how to do a back handspring. It helps build their confidence up a lot, I would say. But other than that, I do love to surf. I love to snowboard. I enjoy working out. It's more of just kind of part of the routine. I'm not huge on like, yeah, we go gym type of vibe. It's more so just I'm trying to keep my body healthy. I want to be able to skate forever, and I mean I want to be shredded too and look nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I spend a lot of time cooking too, because I try to stay on a pretty strict meal plan. On the weekends, I'll get Mexican food, as you all know, but during the week, I'm pretty much locked in on 4 to 5 meals of healthy, nutritious food, because you really are what you eat, and it's just gonna make you feel better if you're eating the right type of foods. Seems like, oh yeah, of course. I make music, so I spend a lot of time doing that. I really enjoy making music whenever I'm not skating, and yeah, just like to take care of my mental health, my personal health. I enjoy spending time with my sister when I can. She lives in Miami, but it's cool to hang out with her, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing when I'm not skating. So lately, as you know, there's been a lot of talk about the skateboarding industry. What are some things that you would personally like to change about the skateboarding industry, if anything? I would actually change a few things about the skateboarding industry. The number one thing that I would change is I think people try to make it a such like an inclusive like core thing, which I think is cool. Like I mean I think you should have a certain level of respect when you put in the time to become a good skateboarder. But at the same time, I think we should be nicer to people who are just starting out and people who are just beginning, because if we're trying to cut every single person that hasn't skated for 10 years out of the industry, then that's just going to kill skateboarding as a whole, and that's going to make things worse for us, make products more expensive, make things less attainable. Just it'll make it less fun overall. So yeah, I'd just say the main thing I would change is just like being kinder to people that are beginners, and even be nice to the posers, man. Like like everybody starts somewhere. So another thing I would change is there's a lot of like I guess demonic kind of energy in the skate scene. Like a lot of the graphics you see on boards are like devilish and stuff, and like it's real like I don't know, like skate or die type of vibe, which is cool. Like if that's what you want to be on, like to each their own, of course. But I would like to see more graphics with like Jesus on them, or like I don't know, like I think all that stuff is cool. Like as far as tattoos go, like I don't have any like super like evil tattoos, but I think they're cool. Like I think that kind of image is cool and everything, but I would like to see it be a little more open. Like you can kind of just be yourself and do whatever you want to do. Because I mean, W Jesus Christ, L Satan. Like we're not rocking with that. So I would definitely want to change all the demonic industry. I mean, all the demonic type of stuff in the skate industry. I just don't really see the appeal to that. I mean, like I said, teach their own, but that's just not really for me. So, who are some of your biggest inspirations? My biggest inspirations. Number one would probably be Jesus Christ, of course. I mean, he lived the perfect life. Not much to say on that. I mean, I have a lot to say on that, but we'll leave it at that. He lived the perfect life. I'm trying to be as close to that as I can. Number two, my parents. I'm very thankful that I've grown up in a home where I felt loved, and my parents have really done a lot for me. I don't want to get like too sob story on y'all, but they've just been really great. Uh, Another big inspiration is all my skate homies. Honestly, like I love them. They're good people. They really bring me up every day. They encourage me to try new things and not be afraid. Love them. Super great dudes. Let's see. Definitely my grandfather. He actually unfortunately passed away about 6 months ago. I believe he was getting close to his 90th birthday, and he was just from that generation of just like manly men, strong handshake, like God fearing man. He was a really cool dude, and he provided for his family, and he really I feel like left his legacy whenever he was gone. So I really hope that I can be like him someday. There's got to be some more biggest inspirations. Oh, my sister. My sister is like, she's badass, bro. She's a bodybuilder. She lives out in Miami, and she's like super jacked and always making content and just making great videos and really like putting on like what she want to do. So that's really really cool. I'd say she's definitely one of my biggest inspirations. Um, let's see, biggest inspirations. Honestly, like I'm not trying to be egotistical, but I really inspire myself, like, cause you got to be your own best friend, and I feel like every day that I wake up and like count my blessings, like be faithful, thank God for what I got, like just express gratitude, really inspires me. Like it inspires me to inspire other people. So I'm low key one of my biggest inspirations too. Not to gas myself up too much, but so, Meeks, tell us what is some non-related skateboarding things that you struggle with, as well as what are some skateboarding things you struggle with, whether that be learning a certain trick or doing something on a certain obstacle, as well as just give us a deep dive into your life and some things that you feel like you could improve on, some things that you may struggle with. So as far as in my personal life, the things I struggle with is I feel like sometimes I can be overly patient and overly kind, which that sounds like a really like super stupid thing to say, like, oh, I'm too patient and kind, I'm too good of a person. It's not that at all. It's more so of like I can sometimes let people take advantage of like the person that I am, since like I will give you the shirt off of my back, but sometimes like I need a shirt, you know. So I can definitely work on that. But I'm gonna try to think of something little more like deep. I guess I would say like I just struggle with trying to stay attentive into the tasks that I have at hand. So I'm trying to make videos, I'm trying to make music, I'm trying to keep my health right, I'm trying to keep a job, I'm trying to inspire my friends, I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. I feel like I definitely should work on, as far as like struggle, something I struggle with is like sticking to one task, finishing the task, and then moving on to the next one. I have a really really hard time doing that sometimes. And as far as skate struggles go, bro, tray flips. I cannot tray flip to save my life. Like I can. I borrow my homie's 825, bam, tray. I mean, it takes like 30 minutes, but I'll land a tray. But I ride an 875 and I just cannot get that thing to tray flip, bro. I get it does the flip, it do the tray, but I can't jump on the board. I can catch it with my front foot or I can catch it with my back foot, but I can never catch it with both. So definitely tray flips. I've learned a lot of like kick flip variations recently too, but I struggle with like getting a really like nice like smack type of kickflip, which I want to do. I have kickflips super consistent, but like they're not really that good as compared to the heel flips are. So I'd like to get the kickflips more consistent, and then like ledges for sure. Like I'm not the ledge guy. Like I got, let's see, I got 50s, 5-0s, like a little bonk type of crook, but like I'm trying to be slapping the crook. I'm trying to be like in the backside 5-0, in the backside uh 50. I'm trying to do Smiths. I'm trying to do Feebles. All that different. I did learn Feebles. I feel like, is that even really a trick? I don't know. But yeah, ledges are like my kryptonite. So I definitely need to get on that. But it's just, I don't have as much fun skating ledges as I do like rails, like flat ground, hips. Hips are one of my favorite things to skate. But yeah, skate kryptonite, skate struggle, definitely ledges and tray flips. So, as I've learned recently, you're actually from the South. What's it like being a surfer, snowboarder, and skater that lives all the way down in Alabama? I'll give you the rundown like this. We'll do snowboarder, surfer, skater. So being a snowboarder is impossible. Can't snowboard. I just can't do it. I'll sometimes practice snowboarding stuff at work, like on the trampoline and on like the balance beam. I'll jump up, practice doing my board slides and stuff like that. And then I do like exercises to help me with skating, snowboarding, and all that. But yeah, being a snowboarder here sucks. That's just the truth. It's not fun. I can't snowboard, but I do take as many trips as possible. And I would definitely like to move somewhere like California where I can have surf, snow, and skate. As far as skateboarding, let's do surfing actually. As far as surfing goes, I mean, I'm able to surf like there's a little island beach about 45 minutes from where I live, so I'm able to surf somewhat often. But I would definitely like to have some more consistent waves because I love to surf. And I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm like a decent surfer as far as just riding goes, but I'm trying to get like carves and airs and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely would have to spend more time in the water, which is just not something I'm really able to do here because the waves come like 2 to 3 footers max, unless it's storm waves. And the storm waves are good, but you can't really do many airs and turns and all that on them. You kind of just have to ride them straight because they're just super choppy. But there are some like 2 to 3 footers that come around here every once in a while, and I mean that's fun. But that's like once a month max, like on a good day, once a month. Being a skater here though is it's interesting. I think a lot of people like that don't skate just don't really get it. They're like, why would you spend your time all day on a piece of wood on wheels? And I understand that. People don't understand the style too. Like everywhere I go, I'm like kind of dressed out of place because it's the South. You know, you got people wearing like vineyard vines and afcos and like I don't know, like church clothes and stuff like that. So it's just different as far as the style goes. But for skating, I mean, there's a pretty good amount of parks around here. Like it's not like Cali or Vegas or anything where there's a park on every corner. But I mean, we got a couple decent parks, and the community is really good. Like the skaters here, I feel like we all really stick together and try to do as much as we can to build up for the community. So community's good, parks are decent. Um, there's definitely worse places. I'll say that. I'll say that. That's cool. Interesting. So let's change the subject a little bit. Meeks, do you believe in God? Yes, I do actually. I am a very strong believer in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that He died for us. I believe He lived a perfect life. I believe that He was the perfect man. And I believe that if you accept Him into your heart, that you will be in heaven. But that's not even really the main reason that we should try to be like Him just to get into heaven. The reason we should try to be like Him is because we want to be the best possible person to other people that we can be. And I just think that's amazing that He would lay down His life, and that He would give us the ultimate sacrifice. It's really a beautiful thing. And yeah, so I do believe in God. He actually lives right here in my heart. I got Jesus Christ with me wherever I go. So I got the shield on. I got the full protection of God on me at all times, which is super sick. And yeah, I do. I definitely do. Are you a kickflip guy or are you more of a heel flip guy? To the day I die, I'm a heel flip guy. We got the V heel, the front heel, the regular heel. Like, we not doing no kick flips. I am trying to get better at kick flips, but I'm definitely way more of a heel flip guy. So tell me about your worst skateboarding slam or worst skate injury. My worst slam, I've had a couple pretty bad ones. I'm gonna tell you about one first, and I'll tell you about the worst one. This one wasn't really that bad, but I was airing out it. So the bowl was like probably 10 feet, and I was airing out of it like this, and I did a backflip on accident. I mean, I can backflip, but I can't backflip. I can do it on snow, but I cannot do it on a skateboard, not on purpose at least. I accidentally did like half a backflip. I'm coming down into the bowl. I think I'm going to fall all the way into the bowl. So, like, here's the top of the bowl. Here's me, whoop, half a backflip. I'm in the air. Everything goes slow-mo. It was crazy. Like, it was really like it was in slow motion. And so my thought process is, okay, I'm probably going to break something, but I don't want to break my neck. So let me try to do like kind of a back handspring and push off of the railing or the coping, I mean, to fall back onto my feet. So at least I'll break an ankle instead of like end my life and be paralyzed. And so I'm ready to like push down and attempting to do the rest of the backflip so I can land on my feet. But I just like smack my head and my neck kind of like in this region right on the coping, and then thankfully slide on the top instead of sliding back in the bowl. So it wasn't that bad, but it looked really, really scary. And I wish I had a video of that because it would be hilarious. It's safe to say I wasn't really rocking with the bowl that day, but I went back and did it the next day. You know, it's no big deal. But yeah, I was just sitting two back seat, bro, and I started slipping out. But the worst slam was right when I first started skating. I thought I was like that dog, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned ollies. I'm like, let's ollie a 40 stair. Like I got this. So I'm skating a little 5 stair, like a 4 block, small stair set. And I try to ollie it. Like, mind you, my ollies are terrible. Like I'm doing ollie north and ollie south on accident. So I do an accidental ollie north and I land on the ground, like with my foot in front of the board, and I just just yoink my ankle. It was bad. Like I have it on video too. It's like deep in my Instagram if y'all want to look for it. But you can see my whole ankle just die, and see like all my weight goes forward. My ankle goes this way. And yeah, I was out for like a year. I couldn't walk for like 6 months. I was in a cast and then in a boot. I was pushing on a scooter. And I had to work during this time too. And it was during COVID, so I wasn't doing gymnastics. I was actually painting. So I'm like scooting around at the tennis court trying to spray paint poles. Like it was miserable. And they had me taking medicine too, which was just terrible. Like the Percocets, they had me feeling like a zombie. Like I did not. It was not a good time. But I ended up healing up, and it didn't really, phase me that much. So I'm still like shredding, and I'm way better at all these downstairs sets than I am now. I actually went back and heel flipped that stair set, and I was like, yeah, bro, that's right. But yeah, that was my worst skate injury. Stretch/torn ligament in the bottom of my foot. I had to get 3 screws put in like this to straighten it out. That it was pretty gnarly, dude. Definitely the worst pain I've ever been in, but it made me a stronger person. So, you win some and you lose some. That's skateboarding. What tricks are you currently working on? Tricks that I'm working on. I mean, I kind of discussed it earlier, but like I really been working on trays a lot. Like I got the motion. The motion is pretty good, but I just can't seem to land it. So we're gonna keep working on trays, and I've also been working on front side and backside kick flips because I got them on the heel flips, but the front side and backside kick flip is difficult for me. I've landed a lot, but it's like I always land on the wheel bite zone no matter which way I'm turning, and so it's hard for me to roll away. I've landed a couple, but I'd like to get those consistently. I got them fakey, but I like to get them regularly consistent this year, as well as like I'm trying to work on switch, just being more comfortable switch, and then like I said earlier, ledges too. So tell me, how has becoming a skateboarder impacted your life, and has it been positive, negative, neutral? Have you learned anything? Let's get a little bit of insight on that. Skateboarding has had so many positive impacts on my life. I mean, I could talk about it all day and all night. Like skateboarding is really just a beautiful thing, but to narrow it down, so just a kind of short and sweet answer, I would say that the main thing skateboarding has taught me is resilience. So like you get back up, you fall, you get back up, you try it again. And then number 2 is it's really helped me build a sense of community because I've made so many amazing friendships through skateboarding, and with a lot of people too that I probably wouldn't really connect with in my regular life if I didn't start skating. And then I, got into skating and started connecting with them and realized like everybody has a story and not everybody's who they seem. Just like, get to know people, build a sense of community. That's been the biggest thing. It's teaching resilience and just providing a community full of encouragement and love for me. So that's super sick. I'm very thankful for that. I mean, I've met my 2 or 3 like best friends that they'll be at my wedding if I ever get married. They'll be at my wedding. Like I met my homies through skating, and I think even outside of skating, like if I had met them another way, we would still hang out, but we would have never met if it wasn't for skateboarding. So super thankful for that. All right, Mr. Meeks, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit. We're going to go ahead and close here, but is there anything else you'd like to leave all the fans with? Final regards. I mean, I think I pretty much covered everything. I just want to say, like, thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate you. This is one of my favorite channels. Like, I feel like you just make the best videos that I've ever seen in my entire life, and like, you're also a very handsome man. You're very just straight up, bro. Like, you're good looking, dog. And just thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that the channel continues to be fruitful. And if you ever want to have me back, I'm more than happy to be here. So thank you so much. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we look forward to seeing what your life and your channel has to offer.